I've got a sofa. That's pretty cool, man. I'm just gonna test out the layout. Thought I'd do face cam. Now you have to look at my ugly face while you watch this. And you get to see the real responses. Okay, so we've just wooed Natsuki. And we're gonna deal with her issues. I don't know how the game's going to approach this one. I'm curious. Okay, oh yeah, I gotta spend the night with someone now. Are we recording? We're good. We're good. Of course, I'm going to go with Natsuki. Yes, we'll skip to the new content. I hope that's alright with you guys. With you. Just one person. We made cupcakes together, and now she's getting ready to leave. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. This seems a bit odd to me. I mean, I got the feeling that Natsuki's dad was strict, but this sounds like something else. Yeah, no kidding. Suddenly, Natsuki gets a surprised, tense look on her face. Her eyes are still on the cupcake tray. Hey! She reached over the cupcakes nearest her, the one that I wrote birthday on. What? How did you know? Huh? Know what? Natsuki seems to realise I don't know what she's talking about and puts the cupcake back. Never mind. It was your suggestion, remember? You said the nozzle is for writing happy birthday or whatever. I was just kind of writing random words, to be honest. Oh, right. Natsuki seems mad at herself for her outburst. Natsuki, is it your birthday today? Natsuki looks irritated. Oh no! No, it's not. It was on Thursday. Oh, well, happy belated birthday. For some reason, this seems to make her even more irritated. She says through gritted teeth, thanks. It's just another reminder that I'm still the youngest one in this room. I get the feeling this is a sensitive subject for her. Maybe I shouldn't press her any further about it. But on the other hand, I think I'm pretty good at handling her temper by now. Is anybody else in the club now? I just don't want anyone making a big deal about it, okay? I can just picture it. Monika and Sayuri put on some big display of affection, and Yuri would pretend to not hate me for the day. And it would all be just so fake and just... no thanks. I think she's got some hate. Oh. I just wish my dad hadn't forgotten. Oh. That kind of came out of nowhere. I kind of sense that underneath Natsuki's hostility, there is a source. This is a source of some pain for her. Does he do that a lot? Well, you know, he's just been going through a rough time for a while. I mean, I'm still pretty mad at him, but he's all that I have. So I don't hold it against him, not really. What about your mom? Oh. It's not good, guys. She's not around anymore. For the first time it occurs to me that Natsuki has never talked about her mother. I stammer awkwardly. I'm sorry, I didn't realise you lost her. More like she lost us. I have no idea what Natsuki means by that. Divorce, probably. Things used to be so much better. Like, oh, damn. We were happy. My parents and me. I save. I wish I knew what went wrong. We all loved each other. And then, one day she just left for some other guy. And I never saw her again. It's like my dad's been constantly angry ever since. Every day's just another stupid fight. Dumb stuff like what I'm wearing, what friends I spend time with. I don't dare keep my manga around the house. He'd probably think it's too childish or girly or whatever. He'll probably ask stupid questions like if I'm gay or... I'm not gay. I like boys, okay? So, never mind. That face. I don't think I've ever seen her do that. Natsuki blushes furiously. Anyway, it's always just some excuse to start a fight. I just try to avoid it most of the time. We have a toxic household. No, the parent just displaces it onto the kid. A seemingly neutral source to put your anger onto. It's not good. The literature club is a good excuse to stay out of the house. You're looking for that safe place. Natsuki sighs, looking downcast. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I don't really expect you to care. I get the feeling that Natsuki doesn't usually talk about this sort of thing. Or perhaps ever. Well, the reason you're telling me is probably the most obvious. Because you want to. I mean, it sounds like you've been wanting to talk to someone about it for a while. I guess. I don't really have anyone to talk to about it. My dad would just say I can't count on anyone. He likes to remind me about that a lot. And I mean, I know it's a load of bullcrap. I know he's just saying it because he's angry, but it's also kind of hard to ignore. Like, Mom and Dad were as close as two people could be. And it's like, no matter how loving someone is, they'll still let you down. How can I trust anyone when... Well, anyway, I guess what I'm saying is it's really hard to find people to trust. So... thank you. For being a good listener. In an instant, it feels like Natsuki is letting her guard down and showing her real vulnerability. It's very guarded with the aggressive sort of thing. The aggressive demeanor kind of, you know, it just keeps people at a arm's length, doesn't it? It's a bit acerbic. Only for an instant, though. Yep. So you better not let me down, John, or I really will beat the crap out of you. Okay, I get it. I'll add that to your list of threats against me. Yeah, that's right, you better fear me. I consider myself warned. And I just want to say, for what it's worth, I'm sorry to hear about the trouble you have with your dad. That sounds pretty frustrating to deal with. It is, but it's not so bad, really. Honestly, I can handle it when he gets like that. I mean, usually. Natsuki's confidence seems to falter. It's just that sometimes he... Well, okay, this is going to sound kind of bad. I think I know what Natsuki is trying to say. I do too. And you do as well. I don't know how to say it except to just say it. Oh... Does he, beat you? What? No! Jeez, what the hell do people think of being abused or something? No, my dad doesn't beat me, okay? Embarrassed, I stammer. Well, you are... I rally my thoughts. Sorry, I have to keep adjusting my glasses because I have to have it over the headphones now, because if I put it in the headphones, it just crushes my skull. It just hurts. Yeah, I'm still ugly. That's okay. Did you say the other day that he'd kill you if you had a guy over? Yeah, well, I didn't mean it like that. I just don't want anyone to see him on his bad days. Because on his worst days, he gets really sad. Like he just sort of shuts down. I can't reach him when he gets like that. It's like he lives in his own head. Kind of like what Yuri does now that I think about it. Only with him, he just stops being able to function. He forgets to eat. He forgets to feed me. It makes it really important to catch him on good days like today, when I can count on him for a meal. I think, despite everything, he still misses Mom. And in some ways... it's worse seeing him like that than any of his more angry days. This is a lot more emotion than I'm used to seeing from Natsuki. I'm not sure how to respond. Well, it's a shocker. It's a shocker, isn't it? If he isn't feeding her, that does sound pretty bad. I hesitantly put my hand on her shoulder in what I hope is a reassuring way. I'm mildly surprised when she doesn't resist or pull away. Well, she's quite small as well. She's the smallest out of all the girls. Is that what happened on your birthday? Still avoiding my gaze, Natsuki nods. That sort of thing is kind of why I got into baking. I mean, I kind of figured I should learn how to look after myself. You know, since I can't always count on him to do it. Well, you have to eat. And, you know, Natsuki, you said before that he isn't abusing you. But if he isn't feeding you, isn't that kind of abuse? Real questions. Suddenly, Natsuki roughly pushes my hand away. When she speaks, there's a coldness I've never heard before. Oh, this is why I never talk about this. You think you're the first person to tell me he's abusing me? Are you going to tell me I should report him, huh? Well, no. I mean, and if I get taken away from him, what the... Oh, concern. Okay. I'll just be someone else who abandoned him. I'm not doing that to him. I mean, he's a pain in the butt, but he's still my dad. I still care about him. I don't really expect you to understand. I thought I was used to Natsuki's temper, but this feels like something else. There's a fierceness to her, like she would very much like to kill anyone who defies her. I didn't expect her to get so defensive of someone she's supposedly mad at. What have I gotten myself into? Well, everyone's got something in it, it's just... It's okay, it's okay. Should I drop it? Just don't know. Kind of feel like if I don't talk about it now, I'll never be able to talk about it again. Good. That's a good... That kind of is probably going to align your thinking the right way. In any case, I quickly glance around to make sure there's nothing she could use as a weapon before I continue. I can't. I need me some Tizer. Give me a drink. Join me for a drink for this one. We're good. Okay, we won't report him. That's fine. But what do you want to do instead? Natsuki continues glowering at me, but doesn't seem to have an answer. Anyway, you don't have to be alone in this, you know. I mean, it sounds like this has been troubling you for a while. Have you considered sharing it with your friends in the club? Natsuki makes a grumbling noise. They don't ever take me seriously. They just see me as some cute little kid. I couldn't possibly tell any of them. I'm in a literature club full of people who judge books by their cover. There's a word for that, right? Irony? Yeah, that one. You'd think at least Yuri would be able to see the irony in that. Freaking stuck up. Natsuki grumbles some more under her breath. Well, you know, you might be surprised. They could be more sympathetic than you expect if you give them a chance. Even Yuri. I mean, aren't you kind of judging them by their cover right now? What would you know about that? Well, it's kind of the theme of a manga I'm reading lately, and I trail off. Natsuki perps up a bit when I mention manga, but somehow I still don't quite feel ready to share how into it I am. Well, anyway, even if you don't feel like turning to anyone else, I'd still like to help if I can. I mean, if you'll accept my help? What do you even care? Because in the here we go. In the past few days, you've kind of grown on me. I mean, when I first met you, well, to be honest, I thought you were a real jerk. But now that I know you better, I know there's a lot more to you than what meets the eye. You think and feel more deeply than the people you give credit and people give you credit for. I see it in your poetry, and I see it in how loyal you are to people you care about. What time are we on? We're okay. You're just not cute like people think you are. I know you got a big heart. And well, it just makes me feel bad seeing you go through such a hard time. Because you don't deserve it. Pretty good words, Protag. Nice. Natsuki mumbles. Why do you have to make it so hard to hate you? She says it so quietly, I'm not sure I heard it correctly. What was that? I said you're less of a jerk than I thought too. Oh, thanks. And I don't know what to do instead. Huh? I mean about my dad. It's kind of getting to me. Having to deal with him just puts me in a bad mood. Puts me in a bad mood every day. I don't mean to be this angry all the time. I don't want to be like this. Could have fooled me. I meant that jokingly, but that might have been the wrong time to say it. Like, yeah. Sorry, I was kidding. No, that's fine. I'm sorry for giving you such a hard time. You're being real nice to me, just so you probably don't deserve it. Hey, what are friends for? Friends? Well, yeah. I mean, you look like you could really use a friend right now. Yeah. Yeah, I could. Well, you're welcome to come over anytime your dad is being difficult. Or if you just need to spend some time away from home. I'm sure you can stay here for dinner too if you like. Really? Yeah. I'd like to help make you feel more comfortable. Natsuki abruptly moves towards me. I instinctively brace myself for her to get violent or something. But instead she gives me a big hug. Her head hits my chest almost hard enough to knock the wind out of me. Her arms wrap around me with surprising strength and I feel small hands gripping the back of my shirt. Thank you. I awkwardly hug her in return. She's so small she seems to almost disappear into my arms. And it makes me feel like I want to protect her from everything she's going through. Ooh, reflective. We stand like that for a moment. The tension that was in the air a moment ago slowly dissipates. When we finally release each other, she looks a little flushed, but a lot more relaxed. Natsuki, are you wearing a wig? I couldn't help but notice something odd about the texture of her hair while I was holding her. Well, of course. Do you think pink is my natural hair colour? Don't be stupid. So much for being friendly. Yeah. Okay, jeez, sorry, just caught me by surprise, that's all. Well, it's kind of supposed to be a secret. You see, my dad... What about your dad? Never mind. Natsuki suddenly looks very anxious. Oh gosh, is this gonna get, like, really serious? Okay, fine, I won't tell anyone. I really don't see what the big deal is, though. I mean, it's just a wig. It's not just that, She trails off. She seems more anxious than ever. Well, I'm concerned, guys. Her breathing comes in quick, shallow breaths. Oh, I know this feeling well. I have no idea why this is so upsetting to her, but I figured I should try and help her calm her down. Yeah, let's sit down. I gesture towards the kitchen table. She wordlessly takes a seat on one of the chairs, and I join her to the other side of the table. She doesn't look any less anxious. You tried. It's about your dad, isn't it? No. Yes. Kind of. It's very strange to see her like this. It's quite fearful, isn't it? Which makes me think... It's gonna be something bad. Let me save. No. I don't know why. The saves are actually useless. I don't actually why do I do that? Her usual default reaction when she gets upset is to get angry, but this is different. She actually looks scared. Whatever it is, you can talk to me about it. I'll stand by my promise that I won't report him if that's what you're worried about. We can figure out what to do together. Well, some things, once you say them, they can't be unsaid. I don't want anyone to find out about this. Well, I can keep a secret. I mean, I'm kind of a loner anyway. Who would I tell? Shut up, phone! Stupid. There you go, silent phone. Yeah. Natsuki manages a small smile at that. Yeah, I guess you're right. But you have to promise not to tell anyone, okay? And that you're not going to freak out or anything. I promise. Whenever it is, my lips are sealed. It really does help when if you're confiding in someone that they don't overreact. Because that puts you in an anxious state too. And you already are in an anxious state telling them. So if they respond like, oh my goodness, then... No good. Ground yourself, folks. ground. I promise whatever it is, my lips are sealed. Okay. It's hard for me. I've never told anyone before. My dad, he doesn't... What? Wow. I was not expecting that. I need a drink. It's okay, this is all non-canon, this is all non-canon. Okay. Natsuki gazes at me tensely, silently. She looks like she's waiting for my response, but I don't have a clue how to respond. He doesn't know she's a girl? What? Yeah, exactly. But he's a father? That doesn't make any sense. Well, I kinda just promised I would handle this calmly, so I better say something. He doesn't know you're a girl? Natsuki nods. How is that possible? Well, he's never seen me in a skirt, and he's never seen my wig. And I only wear boy clothes when I'm at home. You wear a skirt every day? Yeah, every day. I change my clothes on the way to school, then I change back on the way home. And he doesn't know about this? Natsuki nods. I can't imagine how someone could keep up a secret like that. Tense times. She's still looking anxious. She visibly braces herself before speaking again. Pardon me. Do you have any other questions? I'm still processing all this. Lots. I don't know where to begin. You're not upset or anything, are you? No, I'm just confused. I mean, your dad thinks you're a boy? Concept is utterly baffling to me. Well, yeah, I mean... do I really have to say it? Oh, I didn't catch that at all. I'm trans, okay? Jeez, you could be pretty dense sometimes. Sorry. I just never met a trans person before. How would you know? You didn't even know I was one. Well, yeah, I cannot offer any commentary here, folks. So, how long have you been doing this? Since I started high school? I kind of took advantage of a couple of my dad's bad days. He didn't want to bother helping me buy my school uniform, he just gave me money and sent me out. So I brought two of them, one boy's uniform and one girl's uniform. He's only ever seen me in the boys' one while I'm at home. He doesn't know about the girls' one. And he was so distant, he didn't notice I changed my name on the school's enrollment form. So the school doesn't know that you're different at home? Camera's blinking. Nope, we're okay. Nobody knows. Wow. You better not blab about it to anyone, I mean it. Okay, fine. But why? Why are you doing this, Natsuki? Well, I don't know if I could explain it. It's like looking in the mirror and seeing a stranger. Like the image I'm seeing doesn't match the way I feel inside. It just feels wrong on a deep level. But when I put on the wig and skirt, it feels like me. Like if I'm finally the way I'm supposed to be. I know that probably sounds weird. Well, if that's the way you feel, then do what you have to do, right? So it kind of makes sense, I guess. Have you been this way your whole life? Natsuki nods. For as long as I can remember. Something deeply held like that, it's just... you know. Best thing to do is just listen. I never fit in with the boys at school. I always knew I was different. But it wasn't until high school that I had the chance to do something about it. Since my dad was so... like he is, I kind of had to do things myself anyway. It helps that I'm short. I kind of wish I wasn't so, you know... Natsuki looks embarrassed. Flat. Ah, I see. Anyway, that's the real reason I dress so cute. I don't really want to. It's the only way I can make. I know how to make sure people know that I'm a girl. But why is it so important that you keep all this a secret? Are you kidding me? I've had hard time enough getting people to take me seriously as it is. Have you ever seen how trans people are treated in movies or TV? They're treated like a joke. That's not how I want people to see me. And besides, my dad, Natsuki seems to have difficulty speaking. She takes some deep breaths to steady herself before trying again. Oh dear, this could be bad. One time, I was in my room at home, and I was putting ribbons in my hair. I think I might know what this is going to be. I just wanted to look pretty at home for once. And he walked in and saw me. And I'd never seen him so angry. He was standing over me like an inch away, and he was yelling at me. Yelling nasty things about how he didn't want a gay boy in his house. Except he didn't say gay boy, he said a bad word. I thought he was going to hit me. He looked like he wanted to. I was scared. I was so scared. I'm still scared. That's how he reacted to ribbons. To freaking ribbons! I don't know what he'd do if he saw me like this. I don't want to find out. Wow, that sounds pretty bad. Yeah, I guess it does. I didn't want to admit how bad it is. I hate having to pretend to be a boy around him. I hate it when he calls me by my old name. And I hate that I had to deal with any of this. Just because some doctor wrote male on my birth certificate. Well, it's just a stupid piece of paper. I know what I am. Living as a girl at school has been the best thing I've ever done. It was just scary as hell the first few days, worrying if anyone would notice. But I could finally have people see me as I see myself. But that experience also always comes to an end at the end of each day, when I have to change back to my disguise that I wear at home. There's some irony that I have to dress up to be myself. I joined the literature club so I could stay after school longer. I don't even read books, and it gives me a great place to hide out and feel safe as myself. It's a safe space, Not to mention a place to build up my manga collection where Dad won't ever see it. I recall how much pink is on the covers of Natsuki's collections of parfait girls. I can understand why she would want to keep them hidden. So, I hope you're not weirded out by any of this or anything. She has a look of worry mingled with hope on her face. Well, it doesn't really change anything, does it? I mean, I've only ever known you as a girl. As far as I'm concerned, you're still a girl. So, whatever. I shrug. This seems to make Natsuki relax considerably. She starts to tentatively raise a hand. With a decision motion, she reaches across the table to give my hand a squeeze. Thank you. She immediately looks flustered and withdraws her hands again. I mean, it feels good to finally be able to share it with someone. I can see that fear of vulnerability here. It's been expressed quite clearly. So the creators have done a good job of that. It's kind of been stressful keeping this a secret for many months. I keep worrying that someone is going to find out and make fun of me, or worse. So, thanks for being cool about it. I don't really have a choice. You'd beat me up if I wasn't. Yeah, don't you forget it. She shows me the first genuine smile I've seen in her since the hug earlier. But her smile slips away. I can't report him, no matter how scared I get. If they investigate, they might find out about me. They might tell the school. I don't know if I'll get the chance to live as a girl again. Damn. I can't go back to pretending to be a boy full time. It was hard enough the first time round. I guess that does make things difficult. I'm sorry, Natsuki, that sounds rough. I wish there was some easy solution. Me too. Well, at least it won't be like this forever. I mean, someday, hopefully, you'll be able to move out and live however you want, right? Yeah, that's kind of the thing that keeps me going. I'd love to have a closet full of girl clothes someday. Right now I have this and a uniform and I have to hide them all the time. Who knows, I might even come out to my dad someday if I'm ever distant enough to feel safe doing it. It feels so far away right now, but I know I'll get there someday. Well, this is deep stuff, man. Well, anyway, thanks again for listening, but now I really do have to go. My dad's gonna have dinner ready soon. I don't want him wondering where I am. She stands up and so do I. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, alright? If you and Sayuri each carry some, then you could probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Once Natsuki is packed up, I'll walk her to the door. So, good work today. I can't wait to see everyone's reactions to the cupcakes tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be awesome. And, I meant what I said earlier. Whenever you want, you can come over. We can read manga, go out somewhere. Anytime you need to get out of the house for a bit, you know? Reading manga together would be nice. Natsuki suddenly jabs me in the shoulder with a fist. But if you're trying to get another hug out of me, you're gonna have to work for it. How? Okay. I had fun today, John. Let's do it again sometime. Sure thing. She gives me a big smile, then turns to leave, skipping down the street as she goes. Alright, I save. Looks like it's the day of the festival. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay. It's the day of the festival. I gather the cupcakes together. I send you my usual wake up dummy text. We've seen this. 5 more minutes, yep. Oh no, we haven't seen this. I make sure not to smudge the icing. Text her back to let her know me at the festival. Aha. Yep, we know this. We know that. We know this. Here we go. Jawn! Here, let me give you a hand with those. Natsuki takes one of the cupcake trays and starts arranging the cupcakes on decorated platters that she brought. The visual effect of having them all laid out is quite stunning. I did my best not to mess up the icing on the way here. Well, they're all still readable, so good job. I may have gotten a bit of the icing on my finger there. I hold up an icing-covered finger while smiling pointedly at her. You'd better not try it. Natsuki quickly glances around to make sure no one is seeing this. You can lick the icing off your own damn finger this time. If you insist. I lick the icing off slowly while maintaining unbroken eye contact with Natsuki. She seems too stunned to say anything more than stand there, blushing. Well, duh. She's torn between wanting to yell at me and wanted to avoid drawing anyone's attention to us. She speaks in a harsh whisper. You're still gross. And you're still fun to tease. She tries to give me a shove, but I'm ready for her and dodge out the way. Good. You should be dodging by now. You should know this. Ninja skills. Is everything okay over there? Fine. Everything's fine. Okay then. Monika turns away to help Yuri with something, but I'm pretty sure it's just an excuse to leave us alone. She had to have seen how red Natsuki's face has gotten. Cupcakes! I don't think anyone saw Sayuri coming in, but Natsuki seems to welcome the distraction. She quickly plants herself directly between Sayuri and the cupcakes. Oh no you don't! These cupcakes are for guests! Yeah, we worked hard on these, don't mess them up, dummy. Oh, okay. They really are nice to look at though. So many colours, like a happy little rainbow. It's good to see Sayuri so cheerful again. I guess last Friday really was just a one-time thing. Sayuri, good. Now we're all here. Okay, everyone. I hope you're all ready to perform your poems. Sayuri and Natsuki seem to brighten up at the prospect of sharing poems. I see Yuri shudder in response. She's standing there in the doorway, hanging up some kind of curtain of ribbons and paper. As president, I think it makes the most sense for me to go first, so I'll go first. Monica looks bemused. Very well then, that works fine for me. That will give me the chance to greet visitors. Speaking of which, looks like we have our first guest at the door. Let's get to the part where she's reading. Ah, good luck, Natsuki, she whispers. Who needs luck? With a smile, she moves to the podium at the front of the pub room. Yeah, whenever something warrants a good luck, like to me, someone says it to me, I always say, say the opposite. Say bad luck. Make sure you fail. Make sure you break your leg. You know, make sure you just give up. No pressure on me then. It really does work. Maybe I'm just weird. And with a smile, she moves to the podium at the front of the room. As she recites her poem, there's an energy in her voice that wasn't there when she performed for us on Thursday. She becomes more animated, seemingly directed at the new people coming in, even stepping away from the podium to assume cute feminine poses to accentuate key parts of the poem. When she's done, she gives me exaggerated curtsy in response to the applause. Afterwards, she strides confidently to the audience and to sit next to me. That's how the pros do it! Monica carries on with introductions and moving the performance along, while my attention is occupied with Natsuki as we carry on a whispered conversation. I thought you hated looking cute. Well, you know, after we talked the other day, I did some thinking. Maybe being cute isn't such a bad thing after all. It's another chance to prove I'm worth more than I look. If people see me as cute, then screw it. I'll embrace my cuteness. I'm cute and I'm proud of it. That you are, Natsuki. So, about what you said yesterday. Which part? You know, about us getting together, reading manga. Can I come over after the festival? I kind of like to see your collection. Well, I don't know if you'd be into the stuff that I'm into. Oh, come on. You've seen mine, it's only fair that I see yours. We're still talking about manga. Natsuki elbows me hard in the ribs. Don't be gross, I'm being serious. Alright, yeah, sure, reading manga together sounds fun. Yeah, you're darn right it'll be fun. So you better look forward to it. Having the chance to share in something that Natsuki has ever shared before, knowing that I may have brought about positive change in someone's life is a good feeling. It's funny how to think I didn't even want to be in the club at first. I wonder what my second week will bring. As always. You are going to play it, right? All you have to do, I know. Yep. Oh. I was expecting that. You don't want to keep Monica waiting, do you? Anyway, I know you can do it. I have confidence in you. Good luck. Oh, jeez. You know, reading that long, it really... reading that long really, it really does something to my throat, you know. So I can never record these back to back without a break. Nonetheless, so that was quite fun. Real somber stuff. What do I think about this one? Well, it's interesting that they went for the trans route. Very interesting. I personally have no experience with somebody confiding in me with that sort of thing. So that was quite fascinating to watch. And I suppose in some ways I felt similar to the way the protagonist did. Because he was just confused most of the time. He was like, I just need to not overreact because this is obviously very hard for her. Yes. So he was just like, whatever, you're Natsuki, you know? It's alright. So it's all good. Now the last one we're gonna do is Monica. What do you expect me to do? Point at you while I say goodbye? I don't think so.